Oh, hello, dear viewer. Excuse me a moment. Let me dust around here a little bit. You're just in time for my daily voodoo ritual where I beg ancient spirits to please get rid of AVGN, that guy with the glasses.com, and anybody else that people may think I hate. Excuse me for a second. Yep. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment is what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I'm getting a vision from the ancient spirits. They're trying to tell me something. They're telling me, Rowdy C, Rowdy C. Who the fuck is Rowdy C? All right, let's take a look at what we got here. Well, I'm looking up this Rowdy C that the great spirits want me to check out, but I'm not getting much. On YouTube, this guy has 4 videos, 2 trailers, or I think they're trailers for what appear to be future videos coming, and 2 half-hour-long videos. Hardly enough to get a feel for who this guy is and what he stands for. Well, that is until you decide to look elsewhere, say Blip TV, where Rowdy elected to put his show and ostensibly all his hopes instead. Then you'll get his entire repertoire, the main series of shows that he calls TV trash, all 15 pages worth of it. Well, let's just dig right in, as is customary here. Let's just take a randomly picked episode of his, say this one, and see if we like what we see.
You know, if you open this, it's going to reveal something so god-awful it will drive you to near insanity.
Yeah, you shouldn't open random packages just lying there at your doorstep not addressed to you, unless you're the head of planning, budgeting, and execution of your company. Or unless you're the paint, body, and equipment division of your car dealership. And who addresses a package on the backside of an envelope anyway? How on earth did this package manage to get mailed to you? This video already presents me with questions I'll never get answers to.
So why are you gonna open it?
Wait, please don't do the angry, oh I don't want to do this but I must shtick. You can still...
Because I'm an internet critic, it's my duty.
Darn. Ooh, so close, but that's not the correct way to imitate a whale's mating call. Here's how it really sounds, Rowdy. Alright, I want to spare you the copyright-infringingest intro for a show online and continue on with this video. You can hear his glorious theme song sped up, though. His intro had a lot of famous imagery. Alright, except for this part. Yeah, very convincing and non-hammy way to take out the trash. I wonder if this is how he felt about his own show. Perhaps it's a way of apologizing to the viewer ahead of time? Well, I'm gonna watch this.
Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain!
Well, I'm gonna watch this.
Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain!
Yeah. Gee, how brazen do you have to be to put your watermark on Warner Brothers footage? I see now why you went for Blip and not YouTube. God damn it!
Oh yeah, I'm guessing quite a few of you have been waiting for me to go after this one.
Oh, I know I was waiting for the next episode. How fortuitous that you, the Sheik of Shriek, the Fellow of Bellow, the Scholar of Holler, the Bach of Squawk, with the theme of Scream, who yells, not tells, were here to tell us and remind us of this show that we forgot existed by screaming loudly at us. Thank you.
So the last time we had TV trash, I talked about shows that were screwed over and died too soon.
Thank you for catching me up on your old episodes. Now I don't have to watch them.
Well, how about a show that was screwed over and retooled into a show that fully deserved to get its quick end? Welcome to one of the biggest examples of executives needing to get their noses out of creators' business and the show that practically killed Warner Brothers' run of great syndicated animation.
Okay, so my main complaint with Rowdy's reviews are that he somehow believes that louder is funnier. Or smarter? I have no idea which one he's going for, actually. But his style is actually really easy to emulate. You see, you do one thing. You deliver each line exactly the same way. Observe, I'm going to review random things around my house using his style. It says tropical punch, but apples grow in orchards. Even Arnold Schwarzenegger would stop eating this gum because it's not the right gum. It's a tour book of New Jersey and Pennsylvania, but I live in Arizona. It would do me as good as a map of San Antonio. And I'm American, so I don't need a passport. In fact, here's what happens when you take away the long segments of cartoon footage with his voiceover and just see the live-action segments.
And what's really amazing is how well the cartoons continued on, despite the creative team constantly dealing with studio heads with rods up their butts. And you know, that might have worked with the right concept. They could have had Pinky and the Brain versus Freakazoid. Pinky and the Brain join the DC universe and battle Superman and Batman. Anything but this! Damon! Damon! I think it brilliant. You guys would have been safer in the owl house at the zoo, trust me! I can't say what I'd like to see happen to you without Cartoon Child Services coming after me.
Cartoon Child Services? What?
Hamill! Gargamel, Dick Dastardly, and Wile E. Coyote all feel sorry for you too. Chuck Norris fact number 973. Chuck would never stand for someone like Elmira attending a school with his name on it. Yes, because if you want to take over the world, make sure you at least do it honestly. I'd bang my head against a wall, but I think Mark Evanier's doing it enough for me. Okay, Brain, clearly stupidity is contagious. Get out of that house before Elmira infects you to the point of no return. Okay, I have two choices. Go into a blind rage that will certainly terminate my lease, or calm myself down with Desiree Goyette. We'll be right back!
And this is mostly clips that I had found from before the commercial break, at the middle part of his half-an-hour-long video. Oh yeah, there's more. Think you can handle more? Do you need an aspirin yet? Well, I certainly can't, and I certainly do. Good God. And what's sad is, I think he has some decent points in there. I found a more or less intelligent human being behind the shtick. I just wish he didn't bury his opinion under so much obnoxious schlock. It's just unbearable. And let me make it clear, I do not hate this individual. I have no reason to hate him. I don't want you to hate him. Do not hate him on my behalf, please. I just couldn't see myself watching another half an hour long episode of that. If I did, my brain would start carving a hole in the back of my neck and squeezing its way out and try to escape my body for good for torturing it like that. It's that bad. And what's sad is, again, I agree with his opinion. I agree. Pinky Elmira and the Brain was a terrible TV show that only served to destroy an otherwise great cartoon. Fantastic. What I didn't need is a loud, obnoxious guy trying to reinforce that belief. It didn't need reinforcing. People who watch this stuff, the guys who actually like this kind of stuff, do you really watch it on its own merit? Or do you find it entertaining in a so bad it's good way? Because even on those grounds, I couldn't recommend it. Because sooner or later, your cochlear nerves are going to scream out in agony. And let me make it clear again, I do not hate this guy. I just can't recommend his work. That's pretty much all I have to say. Rowdy? Why? Can you give an explanation, please?
I had to listen to episode after episode of that voice for this review. I think my ears are still bleeding.
Fantastic, because that's how I feel watching your videos. That's all I got to say, guys. Till next. A lot of you are wondering what happened to you, Yarn. Well, the short story is, few people participated. The long story is, I got 9 pictures here for you. Want me to whip up something quick for them? Let's go. There once was a fanboy named Smiley. He dreamt of Doug all day long. He donated to Doug all the time. In his entire 3 years of being a fan of Doug's reviews, he'd spent a total of $3,145.52 in donations. One night, he went to sleep in his Cheeto and cobweb-filled basement. But then he woke up, and he found a tube of lube. And for no explainable reason, JonTron just playing video games over there. That's a little disturbing, he thought to himself. No, wait! He was sitting across the table from him. So some mysterious voice speaking from behind a portrait of Doug Walker. Alright, it was Doug Walker himself. Let's just go with that. He told him to lube up, and whoever could shove the special edition Kickassia DVD set the deepest up his own poop chute would be allowed to go free. The other one would die, because it's a trap and only one of them gets to live, as explained by this diagram that Doug showed them of how the trap worked. Sadly, the fanboy was also a fanboy of JonTron, which annoyed the everlasting piss out of JonTron. He figured he could never win, as Smiley was pretty much willing to do anything for Doug as it was. So, Smiley ended up shoving the DVD case deep into his happy hole, where it was to remain for the rest of his short life, and poor JonTron died. After which, Smiley chopped off one of JonTron's arms to keep as a souvenir. Sadly, JonTron wasn't dead yet. After running for about 3 seconds, Smiley died of internal bleeding. Alas, that DVD case was blocking his intestines up something fierce, and JonTron sat there bleeding. And then he became the next Jigsaw 7 movies later. The end.